Imagine for a moment that you find yourself in the middle of South Africa, lost. Would this be useful to you? Now imagine that you're looking for a great restaurant to go to this evening in Rome. Is that map of South Africa going to help you? No, it's not. But this one might. A Michelin map of Italy's finest restaurants. That's because, while maps are great for helping us find our way, it has to be the right map. There's no point trying to navigate your way around Rome with a map of South Africa. And there's no point trying to figure out your organization's next moves by following somebody else's map. You're going to need your own one. But on its own, a map doesn't tell you where to move. For that, you're going to need something more. For example, let's imagine that we're off for a hike in the mountains with a group of work colleagues. We've decided to get some fresh air, some exercise, and some team bonding. This is our group's purpose, or mission for the hike. Because we know the importance of maps, we've purchased a detailed topographical map of the mountains we'll be walking in. This shows us the various trails we can take, as well as the peaks and valleys of the mountains, and importantly, obstacles like streams or dangers like cliff edges. But before we set off, we have to consider the weather conditions. Climatic conditions will dictate whether we can expect a pleasant hike in dry and warm conditions, or something altogether more different in wet or wintry conditions. By taking the weather forecast into consideration, we can choose the right route for our conditions. But we also have to think about the capabilities of the people in the group. Are we all young, athletic people, capable of maintaining a high tempo for many hours? Or do we have some people who will need to go at a slower pace and take more breaks? We also want to consider the skills of the group. Do we have people who know how to use a compass? And is there anyone with knowledge of first aid in case we need it? And finally, do we have the right equipment for the conditions? Suitable footwear, extra layers of clothing in case the weather forecast is wrong, and supplies in case the hike takes longer than expected. Once we've taken all of these factors into consideration, our group will be aligned around a common purpose. For example, we're here for exercise or team bonding. We'll also be agreed on the route we're taking, which will be marked off on the map. We'll be aware of the overhead weather conditions throughout our hike. And we're sure our group can handle this route, and we have the equipment we need. So now we're ready to make our move and set off. And as we go, we track our progress, using the map to check we're heading in the right direction, and if needed, we make adjustments as we go. This is how we'd approach a hike in the mountains, and this closely resembles the advice Sun Tzu gave in The Art of War 2,500 years ago. To be victorious in battle, the great military strategist declared, one must first master the 5 fundamental factors. Align everyone around a common purpose or mission. See where the landscape favours you more. Anticipate how climate changes might affect that landscape. Develop the skills and capabilities you need ahead of time. Then, taking into consideration all of these factors, make the wisest moves you can. And this is why, if you think of any great strategic leader in history, they always seem to have the knack for making the right moves. All were following the advice of the great strategist Sun Tzu. Whether this was in war, business, or just hiking in the mountains, Sun Tzu's 5 fundamental factors are your guide to making wise moves. This is strategy made simple. Your first step is to agree on what you want to achieve, and then get a map of your landscape so you can see the situation more clearly, and this is something we can help you with. Start by exploring our other videos on powermaps.net, or get in touch and try our Strategy Starter Pack, Second Opinion.